I want to tell you, so since we're talking about dreaming, can I tell you, I know people don't like hearing about dreams sometimes, but we just did a bunch on sleep.
There was that famous black guy with the dream.
Are you talking about, hey, what's up?
We're talking about Martin Luther King,
Welcome.
Ilya. How are you?
Oh,
Okay.
what's up? How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thanks
You
for
know
having
Ilya?
me.
You know
Yeah.
Brittany?
Oh, yeah, we know each other. Yeah.
Nice.
Just like anyone knows anyone New York comedy, it's like, I guess I've seen you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well-
Well, we all used to do Laughing Buddha open
Yeah,
mics.
yeah. That's a whole crew of people, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like the 10% of people that didn't quit.
Yeah.
10
Those
years
mics
ago
were-
doing comedy,
Oh, God.
and now
Just like law school, they say like everyone the first like 30% of you are just gonna quit by the end of the first year. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
except for Laughing Buddha, people stuck around for years who are terrible.
I
Mhm.
know.
No one puts in more hours than just a really delusional.
Do you think they stuck around because they paid so much for mics? They felt like, well, it's like a sunk
Like, if they're
cost.
talking- like, no, I think it's because they desperately needed the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or they just wanted to impress Jeff.
It's one of the few art forms where you have to share a lineup with legitimately insane people. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you never have to do, like Bruce Springsteen never had to do that. Like, at an musical open mic night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a guy just like Wesley Willis coming out slamming his head against.
Oh, man. I loved Wesley Willis.
R.I.P.
So Brittany was about to tell me about her dream.
Oh, we were talking about sleep a
Okay, well,
lot.
now I'm here. We don't have to talk about it. So
Yeah.
we can talk about man stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like dreams.
What?
Like our dreams.
What kind of dream?
I'm so like far away from that if you were like as a character you have to be like a manly man that only likes man things, I would like run out of stuff
You
after
love
about
man
10
things.
minutes. I do?
Yeah, like gay porn. You
I do.
love-
Yeah.
Dude, you
What's
love-
more manly than that, dude?
Remember you saw you were says like, "What's to see how good this is?" It's like, no, that was the concept. Of the
Oh yeah, we so Ilya is trying to make us like more, I guess, mainstream friendly
long term.
by having like
Oh, okay.
bits that we could like put on Instagram Reels and
Right,
YouTube.
right. You gotta have
And
the reels.
He had he thought it was really monetizable for me to look at pictures of art
Yeah.
and pictures of gay pornography. So I was looking at penises and trying to decide, is this art or is this porn?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, this one looks good. This one looks good. And at the end I go, so wait, I'm supposed to tell you which one's the best? Completely. All right. So it's a little, yeah.
You got this. It's still a similar
Mhm.
idea.
So
That's
your
fun.
dream, Brittany.
I thought you were gonna say I like that a lot.
Mhm.
That's fun. I thought you were gonna say that you had him look at art or penises,
Mhm.
and then the viewer was like gonna guess based on facial reaction
One of the inherent
which
flaws
whether it's an art or a
one of the
penis.
inherent flaws with the gay porn or art game is that it's not YouTube friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you do have to see. I mean, I guess I could probably find non-genital, but it's not really. What's the point of the game?
Yeah.
I think what people might be really interested in is not being able to see it, but hear me describe it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, and you are a wordsmith. So you got to paint a picture for them.
Hell yeah, dude.
There's only, to be fair, one of the pictures I think was the same guy with 3 different poses within erection. Like one time just out with a zipper and a suit.
I'll also say there were different races.
Which I think is great.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good. But I think it was
Yeah, it's-
one
it's the
guy.
Ryan Connor, Jesus Christ. He wants to segregate the races. That's why they had different bathrooms. White guys used to want to see if black guys did. It's like, we need a whole new place just for us.
Mhm. That's not a bad theory.
Is that about? Anyway,
Yeah.
you're dumb dream. You're gonna...
Oh, it is dumb.
Was it about segregation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Different influences can you incorporate?
Now I feel weird telling people my dreams because
Mhm.
dreams are like, it's not real. So what's the point of you hearing about it?
I do
Right?
think, okay, can I do a hot take real quick?
Yeah.
I am interested in everybody's dreams.
I
'cause
like hearing dreams, but I know how most people feel about hearing dreams.
you're basically telling someone like, this is what my subconscious told me last
Yeah.
night. Why wouldn't you want to hear that?
But don't worry about it. It's not
Because
real.
dreams are only interesting in as far as they're experiential. They have no meaning outside. Like I can't experience the same thing you're experiencing, so you're just telling me. Like you ever have a scary dream and then you try to articulate to someone? It's like, no, you don't get it. It was my teacher.
Yeah.
But then it was my mom.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
And sometimes sometimes there will be something really like weirdly visual or physical. Like one time I was pulling pretzels out of my pores in my leg, like huge pretzels.
Oh, that is upsetting.
And that
Yeah.
was like crazy looking, but it's hard to convey like stuff
Uh-huh.
like that in a way where it's like you can feel.
I think
Yeah.
it could
Like you're there.
effectively conveyed.
Yeah. The fact that Ilya and I said
Ugh.
upsetting at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you the dream
Sorry,
I
I
had
don't
the
mean to
other week
sound
though,
salty.
because I do think it turned a little. There were like fun parts to it where it's worth. I've been having a horrible time at my job. Okay, it's just overwhelming. I think about quitting every day.
Mhm.
And my dream was I showed up to work. showed up to the office. I hadn't been there in months because I work from home most of the time. And there's this woman standing at my desk, and like an HR lady, I guess. And she doesn't say anything to me. She just hands me papers like she served me.
Okay.
She wouldn't even speak to me.
She's
She
dancing?
just kind of tried to walk
Oh,
away. What?
She's dancing like you got served.
Yeah.
She stepped up.
Yeah.
So I had to step up to her.
She started breakdance fighting.
You were like, I'm sorry, and I immediately got self-conscious. I was like, that wasn't worth interrupting the story.
Bobby had to do a similar thing with the drum line.
Yeah.
Someone came up with a snare drum and said, all right.
So anyway, I start screaming at her about how nobody communicates to this job. I'm like the maddest I've ever been.
Right.
And then I'm running up and down the halls of work and yelling at everybody in the office.
Mhm.
And then everyone starts getting up and leaving. And I'm like, oh, you guys are supporting me. That's sick. We're going on strike together. And I got all like hyped. And then I realized it was 5 o'clock and people were just leaving for work. They were just leaving at a normal time of day.
I love that. That's a great joke. I love the ending specifically because actually as a comedian, I relate to it a lot.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I thought people were moved by what I was saying, but they weren't at
exactly.
all.
That's why I thought it was so funny because I was so I was like, yeah, we all care and we're all engaged. And then it was just me like seeing what I wanted to see.
That would be a fun thing to do like every day at 5 o'clock at work. Like, fuck
Yeah.
And everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh, we're leaving anyway. Just drag them in. They were leaving anyway. But make them think they were part of it.
Yeah.
At 4:59, who's coming with me?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm going the same direction, but I'm not really.
There was this guy I worked with that one time we ended up being on the same train home together.
Mm-hmm.
And then later he was like, when are you leaving so we could take the train home again? And I was
No.
like, this that's my worst nightmare.
Oh my God.
And he
that
was
is a
fine. There
nightmare.
was nothing like I didn't
Yeah, it's just
dislike
like-
him. I was just like, come on, man, I want to read my book.
It
Yeah.
feels like an extension of work to hang
Yeah,
out
Bobby
with a
wants to
coworker.
performatively read a book on the subway.
I want to
people know he reads.
performatively
Yeah,
read a
yeah.
book. Sometimes
Do
I
you feel that way? I feel that way about people reading on the subway. I'm like, you don't need to be doing this right now.
It feels like that.
Especially when
Unless
this
they've
train is
got it
shaking
like,
like
this,
crazy.
like
Yeah.
they're not really letting you
Yeah.
view it.
Well, my thing is
You hold it like this, Bobby.
I hold it.
Well, he's always reading a newspaper from the 1920s.
Yeah.
So it's a whole ordeal.
I feel like the only time I read is on the subway.
Mm.
Because especially I take the L train. I very rarely have service.
L for library.
L for
People
library.
know that. I don't know.
And I would
L
turn.
That's not the
for-
kind of, I don't know why I said that. It's not the kind of joke I'd ever make.
Yeah.
I like it, though.
I know it's more of your thing.
Yeah.
You want it?
Yeah. The next time library comes up in the pocket, I'll bring it up.
I'll give it to you.
It's only acceptable to read a book or to not look like you're trying to show people what you read. You should just get one of those. Remember those book covers we had in
Oh, like
elementary school?
or like a paper bag, like
yeah,
a brown bag.
little brown bag cover.
That would be not. Yeah.
That's not as easy.
And
as
it's like a
software.
nice time with yourself. Remember, I loved doing that in school. I would love making my book
That
covers.
was I
It
was
was
the
kinda
same
nice.
type
It
of
was
kid.
good, like,
Yeah.
but
And then
I
I'd
did like
write
the first day of
math.
like before the first week of school, like you do it, but then the edges would fray so
Yeah.
quickly. I find I wasn't
They
great.
would
at-
become
I'm not
pretty
good at
gross.
gift present wrapping either.
Oh,
These are not
yeah.
my skills.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten better at it. My dad, whenever he growing up, he was like, "I'm gonna be in the next room rapping," and then he would go. He would
Why
go
does that
this.
sound like gross? Like scary.
Yeah.
Son, just so you know, I'm gonna be in the next.
I'm
It's like
rapping.
it sounds like he's hiding.
Then I hear,
He's
hear
in-
my
he's in
mom
the rapping room.
screaming. Ugh.
I'm just in the next room wrapping presents. My mom used to. She didn't make me do it, but she basically did make me do it because she thought I liked it, and I got good at it.
Okay.
So then I wrapped every present every year except my own.
I guess that's the thing you could do to children is like force them
Yeah.
to do a thing, a task that you don't want to do, so that
Yeah.
they become good at
They're
it.
like, this is a grown up thing. I think for most kids, if you're like, this is what grown ups do, they'll be
Yeah.
like, I want to fuck.
Yeah.
There's a period of time where as a kid those things are fun to you, and then eventually you realize, no, this is work.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Once I
enjoying this.
became a teenager, I was like, now I have this job over
Yeah.
Christmas. I
That's
could
why
wrap
kids
everything.
like young boys will be like, "Ooh, a garbage man, that's so cool."
Yeah.
And then when they get to the point where they're like, "Oh, that's a shitty job. I don't want to do that."
Yeah.
I know they lose that charm.
Who would
That's why
want to
we
be a
gotta-
garbage man
that's
in
why
New
we
York
should, like-
City
that's why we
making
should-
6 figures?
That's why we got to lower the working age so we can get those children when they're most hyped to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, dude, honestly,
That was my one problem with Upton Sinclair. He didn't really appreciate that children
Yeah.
might want to work in those
children
environments.
yearn for the mimes, as the meme
I
says.
always think child soldiers probably have a little bit of fun once you hand them a gun the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Because like, imagine you're just playing with cap guns or whatever, and then you're like Sierra Leone, and someone gives you a legitimate Kalashnikov. I'm sure you had to kill your mom and to prove your worth or something, but that's not fun. But like the rest of being child soldier,
Have you read Ishmael Bay's book, A Long Way Gone?
I have not.
He's from Sierra Leone. I thought that's interesting that you.
No,
picked
I
that
just chose an
example.
African country that I knew had problems. You throw a dart on a random map of Africa. There's probably some conflict in the last 20, 30 years.
Yeah, it's sad. How do we solve Africa, Brittany? Be honest.
Oh man, great question.
She's got to have another dream about it before she.
Can I share a story about when I was on the subway trying to read?
Yeah.
I had an acquaintance.
Oh, we interrupted you, didn't we?
onto that. No, it's fine. I mean, we got to fill the time somehow.
Yeah.
Right?
You want more
Until the
interruptions?
apocalypse.
Can you
could do
imagine
that.
if I insisted on talking the thing I want to talk about, and then I talk about it, and then it was just silence for the next 20 minutes?
I can so easily imagine that.
So I'm on the subway. I'm reading my book, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is *Sapiens* by Noah Yuval Harari, or however you say his name, right?
Yeah.
Smart guy book, right?
Yeah. Now, what person are you trying to attract with this book?
I mean, I have a girlfriend, so I
You've
guess
been reading this book for a while because you brought it up like a couple times in the last few months. On
I told you the only time I read is when I'm on the subway.
Oh, so it takes you forever to get through the one book.
Also, I took a break to read Mark Hoppus's autobiography. It's called Fahrenheit 182. I learned a lot. I learned that Green Day are kind of dicks, allegedly.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
So what happened on the train?
Oh, sorry. So I'm reading this book and an acquaintance comes on.
Yep.
Worst day of my life.
Yeah, man.
Right. Because he's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, good. He's like, where are you going? And I was like, this place, where are you going? And then I hope this wasn't obvious. I was like, what stop are you getting off at?
Yep. I always ask that, and then I feel bad that I asked it.
And anyway, so he's like chatting. And so I have my book in my lap and I'm giving him, full attention. And then he's chatting. And then there's a lull in the conversation. And he pulls out his phone.
Yep.
And goes through like whatever social media he likes. And I start reading my book again.
Yeah.
And then he puts the phone away and starts chatting again.
Oh no.
And I'm like, dude, we got to pick a thing.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to sit comfortably.
You're either hanging for whatever time or you're, yeah.
And I
I love it. I've had a few times where this has happened. And at first I'm like, oh, great. Now I got to like hang out with this person. We don't even know each other that well. It's going to be like an awkward 20 minutes. And I've had a few times where I think we both caught the vibe that we don't feel like doing that right now. It's like personal time.
Yeah.
And then we're both kind of like, all right, so I'm going to go over here now. And it's been so nice.
Yeah.
No one's like unhappy.
It's tough to like because you feel like a social like obligation to like acknowledge them or whatever, and it's very difficult to take up the nerve to be like, actually, I'm just kind of want to read my thing right now.
Yeah.
I've made a conscious effort like in my 20s to be like better at being able to do that. Just be like, I don't really feel like being honest about that kind of thing. But it's if you feel sociopathic doing that.
Yeah.
Because against every fiber of like that's been ingrained to me since I was a kid.
But there's going to be a moment where you go, I don't really want to chat right now. And they're like, oh, neither do I.
Have you ever, I think I've asked you, like, have you ever had like break up with like a friend, like a guy friend, like formally sever relationship? I did that once and it's awkward.
How do you break up? How did you break up with your friend?
It was more just like I don't really like you that much, or like it was basically along. I probably was very rude about it. I don't remember, but but it's like a thing that needed formal acknowledgement. Like you hope it kind of just dissolves away,
Right?
But when it doesn't, you have to be like,
he just kept trying to hang and
it's just like I don't feel about you the way you feel about me.
Friends breakup is hard because like a romantic breakup, I mean, at least most people are monogamous, right? And that is quite the commitment. So if you're like, listen, I can't see me spending the rest of one of our lives together. Right?
Yeah.
That's better than like, hey man, we can't get dinner once a month.
Yeah.
It's too much.
I know. There's also like there's clear rules with you have to like say something if you're ending a
Well, the problem is, like,
relationship.
A lot of friendships, a lot of relationships are formed, like a lot of your friendships come from these were people in school with me, or these are coworkers. So
Circumstantial.
So they're circumstantial. So they're not the kind of relationships you would have gone out of your way to develop. But
Yeah.
then through repetition, these are the people in your life. And at a certain point, you're like, I actually don't like this. I don't like talking to you.
Yeah.
I feel like it drains me. So, but you have to acknowledge it because no one else is going to do that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting too because you don't want to be mean, but you also want to like.
But there's no way that
there's no way not to be mean. Yeah.
You can't sugarcoat it. You can't be like, it's me. My personality is awful, and you're just so good to
Yeah,
hang out.
yeah.
Like, it's just like it's who you are as a person that I don't like.